Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts with the Ghost here, and we're checking out the Umbrella Academy Season 2 finale episode entitled The End of Something. Now, this was not planned. We were just watching the show, and I thought we were just getting to another episode, and then stopped it. And then, oh crap, this is the Season 2 finale. It's like,
the show's been amazing this season.
Where do we even begin before we dive into this episode? Like,
I have to say, though, that, like, I didn't know what to expect from this season, because season 1, I was listening more than I was watching, but this season, I don't even think I've been looking at my phone during the episode.
You've been like really, I mean,
I've been focused on the show.
I like what they did because the ending of the first season, they basically escaped Doomsday, the apocalypse caused by Vanya. Which I love that reveal in the last season where she actually had powers the whole time. It was all
at the very end.
Yeah, and she went batshit crazy and destroyed everything. It was fucking awesome. With this, she still has her powers, but she gets amnesia because as soon as she goes through the portal, and they all land in the same place at different time periods.
Yeah.
Leading up to the JFK assassination. So I think what's really interests us the most is the fact that she saved, what was his name, Harlan? Is that his name? The kid?
Harlan, I think so.
I think. Yeah. He
spoke.
I think he said remember or something.
I know he said Vanya.
He said Vanya, but I think he said remember when she's trying to remember who she was.
Maybe.
Because she's being tortured, of course, because they believe she's a part of some sort of communist something. I don't know. They believed her to be something she's not. But the fact is, he spoke. He had the glowing eyes like she does when she uses her abilities. And then they fight for the gun. His parents, it goes off.
It bounces off of his chest.
And it kills him. I thought it was just going to ricochet and they saw it. And they both are trying to, like...
No, right through the dad.
Yeah, they reveal...
I mean, good riddance.
They revealed officially that he has her powers. And they kill the dad. Not even...
And now I wonder how the mom's going to react. Like, if she's going to have anything to say in this episode about it. Because she really didn't say a whole lot. Like, we saw that, and then it ended, didn't it?
Pretty much.
Like, that part of the...
Yeah, it just kind of went away. But then we saw this thing where apparently the time stream is really screwed up. And I'm wondering what specifically it is. Because I don't know if it's the dad dying because he wasn't supposed to die at that point. Or the fact that he has powers when he shouldn't. And maybe him having powers now ricochets and affects something. Because in the timeline, Vanya doesn't give him the powers in the normal timeline. But in this one, he does. So what if he's the reason for Doomsday?
Could be. Because originally it was Vanya. She had, like, exploded that room that she was in. And that's building, what caused it.
And then JFK, they drove off and then they started the nukes. I love that shot of her coming out of the building just like...
That was so cool.
What's up, motherfuckers? I'm here. I love... Oh,
so now that they've stopped her, and he doesn't know what to do. He's like a wild ball.
Yeah, because, I mean, how is he going to control his powers? He doesn't know how
He has no idea.
No, because he loses his temper so quickly. Remember when the record was playing and it started to skip and he's like slamming it? Imagine him when he had his powers.
He bit his mom the one time.
That's true.
Because Vanya left, he just bit her.
This show is just crazy. And I love where all the characters are in different areas. And 5 is trying to fix everything and it's not working.
He can't.
He went and slaughtered all those people, part of the board.
It was amazing.
And then the way he was like, he would disappear and then reappear, but after he's reappeared, the camera cuts to them already dead. It's such a good scene.
Breaks the fishbowl.
And it literally means nothing because they all could not be there. Oh, well, this is a really long damn intro. Are you ready to see the finale? To see how it all unfolds?
Ready. Let's get it. 2006.
Wow.
Is it Ben?
Oh, this might be, oh, you mean the death. Like Ben's death?
Yeah, like his funeral?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Despite years of training and weeks of preparation, you allowed number 6 to die on this mission.
Wow.
It wasn't our fault.
It's weird seeing them this young.
Yeah.
How would you know, Vanya? You weren't even on the mission.
What is that?
right after the funeral, he can conjure him, basically. I was waiting for where's the umbrella for the logo. And there it is.
It's on the casket.
Makes sense.
Vanya Hargreaves, wanted in connection with the
Oh,
death of
Jesus.
several
That
FBI
definitely messes up the timeline.
Controversial.
I thought you were a picture.
We're on the infinite switch.
Hell yeah, I made that machine my bitch.
No, you
Y'all
didn't.
need to recognize I got shit going on.
Oh, remember at the end of the last episode we saw the farm, the glow in the farm in the barn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He drowned, and somehow I was able to bring him back to life, and now it's like we're connected.
Mm-hmm.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, I can't explain, but
So, Ben,
Hey, at least he's going.
isn't he?
Yeah,
he
Ben's
traded
gone.
his life for mine.
Can't let you face the unknown alone, right?
Oh, that's nice.
What's
Oh, wait a minute. Hey.
going on here?
Okay.
Children are in the back.
I always forget he's like an old man.
He's like the oldest, isn't he?
Yes.
Guys, I don't know what to say.
Where's Luther?
Yeah. He's in the trunk.
Yep. Barely.
Ice cream truck, that last brother.
The last guy. Mm-hmm.
Can somebody kill him just now?
Jesus.
Like a snowstorm.
Who are you? The only one who can help Harlan.
Well, that's Anthony. But the umbrella can.
Yeah.
Du-du-du.
They'll pull out their umbrellas.
Twirl them. What was that?
Who are they? One's the handler, the other's Diego's girlfriend.
Lux, that's my ex-girlfriend.
You know what?
X.
Doesn't matter. They both look angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
well, our brother.
The janitors think it's going to shit.
That's not who he killed.
What are you talking about?
Don't play
Oh
dumb.
yeah, her parents.
Yes, that too.
All of you are going to die today.
My God. My God. No? Jesus.
No way they're all dodging bullets
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
They'll all be dead.
Wow. Ooh.
Dang!
And she's actually fighting for good. Wow. Whoa.
Dang.
Wait a minute. What? The third person who has these powers?
But unfortunately, their families are shit out of luck.
Ooh. Jesus.
Dang.
I heard a rumor. You stopped breathing.
Okay, so she can redirect. That's her ability.
my God.
Her ability is to do their abilities. They're really gonna kill her?
Now you're going to tire yourself out.
How are you doing this?
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, anything that you can do, I can do better. Do everything we can do, then she might as well just be one of us.
She is. That's probably why she
No, there's no
killed her parents and got her as a kid.
Reasonable conclusion.
Oh, but there were only 7.
Probably.
Maybe we need.
Oh!
Ronnie and Anita Gill.
Mean nothing to me.
1993 East London. You hogtied them and you shot them in the head. AJ Carmichael ordered it and you carried it out.
Hey, listen to what I'm telling you, alright? The handler gave me the kill order. She came on the job, which she'd never done before.
Listen to me, Lila. You were born October 1st, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Same day as all of us.
Stay back!
Hey, stop! They love me back. The only thing
Go stab him.
Oh! What the fuck? They're all fucking dead? Okay.
Do you even love me?
No. Ooh!
Who was that?
Who shot her?
The guy.
Ah!
Start small. Seconds, not decades.
He's reversing it.
He's reversing time!
That we can be your family.
He's by the door, so he can get her.
Oh, he didn't stop that though. He didn't
He
stop
wants her
that.
dead.
Yeah. Taking the powers back.
Hey, my man. All good? Good to see you guys. I've been voted in as acting chairperson.
No shit.
Yay!
Congrats, that's huge.
So goddamn nervous.
A little bit.
I would do anything for you. To protect you.
Hmm.
Harlan is center enough. I can't put that child in. You ever find a safe way back to me, you take it. You hear me?
Will we see them older? She might not be alive when they head back. Harlan might though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That house is
He's just-
completely destroyed. Yeah, they gotta get out of there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is he actually gonna get on that bus? Oh!
Live with the consequences.
He still has powers.
Mmm.
Find the right way home.
Nice.
April 2nd, 2019. Day after the apocalypse.
So we stopped it. We got it.
Hey! Good.
I succeeded.
Interesting.
Why is there a painting of Ben over the mantelpiece?
I knew you'd show up eventually.
What? What?
You're alive. Why shouldn't I be? This isn't your home.
What are you talking about?
What?
This is the Umbrella Academy.
Wrong again. This is the Sparrow Academy.
The sparrow.
Who the hell are these assholes?
Ben? Is that Ben?
I think so. What the? What?
That was an ending.
So good.
Do you want to talk about the actual ending or build up to it? Because that was a lot to digest, that last minute or
Just
so.
build up.
So first of all, it all ends on the farm. Which I didn't expect that because as the show has been going with this season, with Vanya being on the farm and being with his family in Amnesia, I didn't think that was actually going to stay connected and actually is the end-all be-all for the season.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be like JFK related, which it kind of was, but that was like...
It's just a tiny...
Yeah, it was at the end of the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Not the finale. So... Oh my gosh, okay. So they get there, Harlan, of course, is creating a snowstorm. It looks like some sort of like... Look, if the cloud wasn't there, it would look like it's like a spaceship. An alien spaceship is like
Like a lightning
beaming down.
snowstorm.
Yeah. He's floating, losing control. Vanya, of course, is the only one who could go in there to talk to him. We thought he was going to talk. He didn't.
I really, really wish he would have.
Like, after she took the powers back.
Yeah.
That was...
Just at least say her name. Or
Vanya.
mom. Or something.
But something's up. Something's up, because then it ties into the fact
California, look out.
that... Yeah, well, like, she accidentally gave him the powers when she saved his life, because she's never done that with her powers.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't know...
Definitely able to control him a whole lot more.
Oh,
and
yeah.
use him for good now.
So she grabs a hold of him and takes it back. But then at the ending, he's floating
It's
a
like
bird.
in the car.
And he's like looking up like, like thinking. So the reveal. Okay, what is her name? The reveal of the daughter who was taken. Like,
I don't know her name.
Let me look up the cast. I want to make sure I get this right. So, but this character who they introduced randomly in the psych ward with Diego turns out to be the actual, I guess not big bad, if you will, because technically her mother has been the big bad, and the way she came into this season was crazy. So this is all the main cast. Let's see here. I'm looking here. Leela.
Yeah.
Leela.
Yeah.
So it says here Diego's love interest, the handler. I'll say the commissioner. It's the handler. That's what they call it, the handler. So she was only she was a 4-year-old when she was taken. She's one of the 43 children that were born at the same time. Her powers allow her to mirror someone else's. Only one power at a time. So that's what it says here on Wikipedia.
I really wish we could have seen them like go at her using more than one power at a time
and see how she would try to handle it.
Like that's what I thought of when after we realized that she could mirror the powers. Like I really thought that's what they were gonna go with.
I mean, they suggested it. So with Leela, I hope I pronounced her name correctly. So Lila. Maybe it's Lila. It's L-I.
I think it's Lila.
Anyways, Leela. It's a failure on my part. Well, that's what happens. I did not expect that at all. The mirroring, and she's actually one of them. I did not, but now it makes a lot of sense when you look back on. It was like basically one of the first. Wasn't one of the first things you saw, or kind of. After the reveal of her being her mother, or she shows up at the hotel, and then the very next episode I think it's the flashback. And then of course they don't show that it's actually 5 from the future who kills.
Yeah. They would give it away as soon as we saw him older.
Yeah, I mean it would have, but then maybe if they would have shown him before the reveal when they did, maybe that would have been like, oh, what's his connection to her? Like, why was he the one chosen to kill her parents? So I thought at first when she started to basically become Vanya and float up, and I thought that meant she had her powers. Like
not everybody's powers.
Like Harlan's. I thought like, oh my god, there's 3 of them now. Holy shit.
Can you imagine? I mean, there technically is 3.
And then it should have clicked when she was. It didn't click when she was fighting Luther. It didn't click for some reason. But every time he threw a punch, you saw a little blue glow around her hand. I thought that she was still using her abilities of Vanya's powers.
That's what it seemed like.
But she was able to control, like, the type of... I don't know. But then as soon as I heard a rumor.
And I thought it was interesting. She didn't have to specifically say she heard a rumor. She just had to say what the rumor was.
It's like she threw it at her, and then she threw it right back at her. I heard a rumor that you stopped breathing. So, that was so cruel. So cruel. Thankfully, Luther was there to save her. Thank God. I think besides the ending, which is really crazy, which I definitely want to get to, I think the craziest part of the whole episode was the fact that literally all of them died except for 5. And then, of course, the handler was killed by the last brother, a part of the trio, going after them. And him reversing time, 5 reversing time.
That was so cool to watch everybody get back up off the ground.
Like, slowly, like...
And then he, like, as everybody's coming back up, he's running over to the door so he can, like, catch her off guard as soon as she walks in.
Well, everybody was getting back in the position of right before they got shot, he was running to the place.
Which was interesting.
And none of them realized that he had moved, because there was no time to really notice that he had moved. And what I like is that he stopped her from shooting, but he didn't even attempt to try to stop the last brother. He's like, yeah, go for it.
Just do it.
Go for it.
Hopefully she's actually dead. Because we thought she was dead at the end of season 1, and turns out she's got a metal plate in her head that stopped the bullet.
I have a feeling, based off how they ended this episode, this season, the villain is going to be the Sparrow Academy.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the villains, because...
I mean, it was Ben. Who seemed like the main...
It's like, Dad, what the hell are these? So, they completely fucked up the timeline. because they were never adopted, taken by him. He took other children, a part of the 43, 42, whatever, and he calls them the Sparrow, which I honestly am telling you, it's Harlan. Harlan's involved in some way.
That bird.
Because he was floating that bird in the car. I'm thinking, I don't know what kind of bird that was, but all of a sudden it's called the Sparrow Academy. So I think they're...
That's the only reason they showed the bird.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, well, maybe they could do this. So the Umbrella Academy is a really popular show on Netflix. What if, hypothetically, season 3 is them dealing with this new timeline that maybe they can't fix, and maybe they deal with the Sparrow Academy and they cast those actors? What if they do a spin-off show called the Sparrow Academy? And the Umbrella Academy is its own separate thing, but the Sparrow Academy...
I feel like they should just keep them together, though.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying, like, it's really interesting because there's a whole new group of people that they intentionally didn't show the face except for Ben.
I really want to see.
I want to know...
Why wasn't Pago? Why was he not there?
Maybe Pago was never... Well, no, because when they jump back into the timeline, all that stuff with Pago going up into space and everything, that still happened. So maybe Pago is around. They just didn't show him.
And the mom.
Maybe Pago died.
And I really want to know when the mom became a robot.
I think it was after what happened to JFK, because she was like, "I can't be with you."
She already speculated that.
Yeah, and so she left before JFK died, and he was under the impression that he wasn't going to be touched, and JFK was killed. And then he reveals he's an alien or something.
That was bizarre.
So he's still an alien, because the timeline I don't, because like you can't change that, because in the timeline of when they were back in the 60s, he revealed himself to be an alien, and nothing has changed that. So he's still an alien. But like, was he an alien? That means he was an alien the whole time.
An alien the whole time.
Maybe that's how he was a part of like the group of 11 or 12 guys or whatever, that secret organization.
Secret societies.
Secret societies. As we all know, that's a thing, right? My God. So they killed off Ben a second time by he sacrificed himself for Vanya to come back, but then he's back.
But he's younger
in the new timeline. Yeah,
he looks younger
a little bit. Yeah. So this is something I had brought up, I think, to you before. I might have mentioned like a live stream back before season 2, but like after season 1, I was talking about the fact that there's other children out there that were not taken, because they dealt in season 1 when Vanya was in that relationship with the guy who believed he was one of them, but he actually wasn't. He killed his dad. He gets out at 18 or whatever, and he's crazy. And he killed like another violinist or whatever, a part of her music group that was like top, like the first violin or whatever, and he killed her in order for her to get that position. That crazy dude. There's actual other kids out there, and they've already confirmed that, of course, with revealing that Lila, or how do you say her name, is one of them, because she can mirror their powers, which means she can mirror anybody's powers.
I want to know what other powers are out there.
Sparrow Academy. I bet they all have different powers.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. I wonder if Ben has the same powers that he did in this timeline.
Like that octopus.
Like the monster. Like it says here on the thing, because they have different code names, he was the horror. Because remember, every time in season 1 was flashbacks, whenever we saw like the tentacles and shit coming out, it's always behind in the shadows, so they don't show you.
Yeah.
I feel like he might still have the same powers, unless the timeline unless the timeline made it to where he has a different power. Do they still have the same powers in the timeline? I would assume so.
I would imagine they'd have their same powers.
I don't know. It's a lot of questions. I mean, Luther still looks big, so
I hope he has the same powers. It'd be strange to have new ones.
And you made a point too that the house was intact when they showed up.
I wasn't
thinking about that. I'm thinking, well, because the timeline shifted, that means it could have been that doomsday didn't happen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions. They haven't announced season 3 yet, which I think they'll announce pretty soon. I mean,
they have to.
The show is just too good not to. And I think what they did with this, because if you remember in season 1, Pago was in a lot of the episodes. Like, he had a lot of screen time. And this one, they barely had him. And I think it was due to the fact that they cost a lot of money. Sure. Pago was
I think
limited.
It was so cute in this season seeing Pago. Like, they found him and they're setting him up to...
Little baby Pago.
Send him out
you audibly gasped and when we saw Pago in pajamas? You were like, "Oh my god, that's
I
adorable."
loved it.
So cute. I wish I could have caught that on camera because her face and just the sound she made. So she looked at. It's like she was being
It's like I saw a sloth.
held by a sloth while watching Grey's Anatomy. It's just like
Oh
perfection.
my gosh.
Yeah, while drinking tropical smoothie.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
The dream.
What I mean, obviously, Harlan and his mother could not go with Vanya. Like that was obviously not going to happen. They were trying to.
I hope Vanya goes back to see them though.
I think Harlan's involved with the Sparrow stuff though. I think I don't know how, but I think he's involved in some way. Because, well, the difference is though.
They're going to eventually find out. If he's got powers, they will find him.
Yes. Well, I think he's involved in the Sparrow Academy because I think that's tying into something. But Harlan's definitely older. He's not like one of those kids.
Yeah.
That was born in '89. I think that was the year they were born.
That was the
yeah.
year.
So he's definitely not one of them. So I feel like I don't know. Maybe he is. Well, no, if he had the Sparrow, he wouldn't make the Umbrella Academy. Because they never once mentioned in front of Harlan about they're the Umbrella Academy or that they were part of it, so he would have no idea about that. But the fact is, this is kind of their explanation of. Why are you gonna have?
Because you're picking at your fingernails.
Sorry, I just pick. Can't help it. I got a little. I got to pick. This kind of explains the whole thing about timeline messing, because if they just kind of stuck to themselves in the 60s, they would not have created so much changes to the point there's a Sparrow Academy, Ben's alive, Harlan has powers still. To what extent, I don't know. Because she thought, oh, I took him away. No. I'm guessing that his mom is dead in this timeline, because it's like... No? Okay,
No,
she's
still alive.
Still alive. I wonder if the
still
mom
live.
is still alive. We didn't see her. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she's a
Two
robot.
kids? Yeah,
Yeah.
I mentioned that.
Did you mention this when we started the video, or did you mention it after I turned off
After when I mentioned Pago.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Gosh.
Sorry, there's so much, it's just...
He doesn't listen to me.
I do listens.
He doesn't.
But I think she might still be alive. Because they made a point in that opening scene to show Ben pop up right after his funeral, and they showed the mom. So I feel like she's still alive.
She has to be.
And it was interesting to see all of them kind of at that age, kind of around 5, but a little bit older. It was interesting. I wonder if that's setting up to where they might do more flashbacks.
Flashbacks would be interesting, having the younger...
Yeah, flashbacks to their original timeline before everything got shifted. Because now it doesn't correlate, because apparently they were never adopted by him. He had taken on the Sparrow Academy. He took other children. Did he take them the same way in the first timeline? Did he not kill the parents like the handler did?
Where are they going to live? The original Umbrella Academy?
Apartment.
Because imagine them all living in one big apartment.
But the way he announced himself and popped up in the scene, he said, "I've been waiting," because he knows of them. Mm-hmm. So he's been waiting for them. So I wonder.
So they can fight.
Maybe. What if he didn't get them as children? Because in the timeline, they were stillborn when they came back, but he knows who they are because they were all over the news after the death of JFK. So maybe he's like, I'm not taking those kids. Like, because he met all of them earlier in the season when they did that roundtable thing, where he sat down and was learning about them, trying to figure out, why do you call me dad?
All their powers.
Yeah. So I feel like at that point he's like, I don't need them. And especially with Vanya and stuff, I mean, you know, he really didn't see her abilities, but like he obviously, with him being in the know, he would have known that there was a big thing on a farm, maybe. Or maybe she was just clumped in because she was a part of the names that it's automatically a no-go. I like that Vanya can control her powers, though.
It's really nice.
Unlike the first season where literally she loses her shit.
I mean, she's using it for good now.
And she destroyed the moon and it came flying back. And in this one, she thought she saved Harlan. She saved his life. She stopped everything, essentially. She killed all of those.
It was really cool when she like flew up to the sky and started killing all of them. They all just flew backwards.
Like, whoa. And then that part, like, well, we need a briefcase to travel back.
There's a whole bunch.
Take your pick.
Take a couple.
They're all over here. I really enjoyed this season. I did.
Good.
It was really good.
I can't wait to see what season 3 has in store.
They better announce it. Netflix has been doing some really stupid decisions lately. They're canceling shows they shouldn't, like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That show can go on at least for 2 more parts, but they canceled it. They're just making bad decisions. Like they cancel shows without letting them have a proper send off.
Yeah.
Let this show end on its own terms, whether it's a season 3 or 4, if they wanted to end then. Because I mean, this show is so interesting, and the way
it could go on for a couple seasons. They could make it happen. There's so many kids out there with powers.
Yeah, and realistically, they can go this whole season with the Sparrow Academy and kind of do this whole alternate timeline, and then 5 figures out a way to fix it, so that their dad's still dead. Ben is dead, unfortunately.
It'd be crazy. They come back at the very end of the 3rd season. The house is destroyed.
And they're like, we did it, yay! And then their dad still shows up and he's an alien now. Like, he reveals himself to be an alien. Because they don't know. We, the audience, know he's an alien of some sort.
Nobody else does.
Nobody knows. Everybody in that room that was there, I guess all the bartenders in that room, too, are dead, too. Because, like, it was just those guys in that room smoking and everything. You killed JFK. Well, you remember when they were there before in that same room, kinda, there was bartenders. They must have died, too. Well, anything else that we missed? I'm trying to think.
That I can think of.
I thought, I remember this one last thing. I thought it was interesting and kind of weird how they did it, where she was like, I gotta go to the farm. Harlan's in trouble. I need to go. We're connected. And everyone's like, now I get other priorities.
And then they all start coming into the car.
Like, it did.
Luther breaks the car.
Yeah. The suspension is destroyed. He's like, you
make a fat joke, I'm out. As the car's dragging across the pavement.
I'm just wondering, like, why it was handled that way, because it felt weird. Because I think it would have been different is if she was getting in the car, shuts the door, and she's like, and then it cuts to them back in there, and then one of them goes, hey, we should go. And then they all start to, okay, fine. That would have made more sense. Because it felt like all of a sudden, hey, everybody, just get in the car. We're going to go on a road trip. Now you're going to the road trip to the finale. Yeah. You're going to fuck shit up.
Destroy some houses.
Yeah. I wonder if they go back to Herb. Is that his name, Herb? The new, he's
the new, like, lead.
Yeah. For the commission or whatever. I wonder if they go to them going, hey, how do we fix the timeline? Maybe that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be dealing with the Sparrow Academy.
Try to fix it.
While also trying to fix it because this is not right. Because they would know. I bet immediately as soon as season 3 starts, because they better get season 3, they're going to be like, hello, this is not right. We got to fix this. So they're going to go on a time travel journey. Again. Not by accident, but for real this time. To fix shit. So anyways, guys, really enjoyed the season. We really enjoyed this episode. And I think we're done here because it is getting a little late. It's time for some dessert and relax, right? No?
Okay.
Oh, bed. Just right here? Sleep? Mm-hmm. She's like, I could do that. Mm-hmm. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully with season 3.
Yeah, I said it.
Go for it.
Peace.
Out.